It's Thursday night. You know what that means? It's time for racing for the Sofa Racing League with a special event here tonight. This is Daytona. This is the Sofa Racing League 300. 120 laps of action await for all of these drivers in the field tonight. Right now, I think we got a roster of about maybe 30-something drivers ready to go at it tonight. Cash prizes on the table. This is a big one. This is going to be a fun one. We're excited to have you here on BRN with us in the booth tonight. It is me, Dawson Allen. Joining me alongside me is a multi-time winner in the Sofa Racing League. And right now he's joining me up in the broadcast booth, Mr. Simon Limark, driver number 51 machine. Simon, welcome to the booth.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me. This is going to be an exciting race, I think, to watch for sure. We got a lot of money on the line, and we have a lot of guys that want it. So be ready for some action. Be ready for some wrecks. Be ready for some good racing, and just be ready.
Be ready indeed is the words of the night, but just kind of getting into it, the way this is going to play out, I believe we have, I want to say that we have stage breaks tonight. Let me double check on that, make sure. So we have stages coming lap 30, lap 60, so we'll have those. Each driver has one fast repair, 3 sets of tires, so it's going to be interesting for this field to have to navigate. With a fast repair as well at a race like this, that's really the big dividend maker in how these drivers will race. And of course, the big win here tonight, $200 is on the line for the race winner. If you win the stage, $30, and the runner-up gets $50 tonight. A lot of money available for anybody who can go out there and get it. So Simon, I'll get the word from you because you're more of a racer than I am. When you have a race like this where money is on the line and that big of a prize pool, what is the thoughts going in your mind on trying to race?
Patience. Patience is the way to go. Find friends, work together with them. You got a lot of guys in here that are going to be teammates either already within the Sofa Racing League or out of other leagues, and so you're going to see them link up and work together a lot more. But patience is going to be the biggest thing, absolutely, because you're going to want to get to the end of that first stage. You're going to want to get to the end of that second stage. You're going to want to get to the finish. Granted, yes, that fast repair is available, but you see how easily things go that here at Daytona.
Absolutely, but a lot of these drivers just hoping that their name is the one taking the checkered flag, like your brother Harry, who's flipping down on the banking, up to the banking now on the front straightaway. He's fastest in practice right now, but practice times really don't mean jack when it comes to super speedway racing. It's all about how you draft with someone, about how you make your way around the racetrack behind somebody. Is see Andrew Reliance and Tim Smart wrecking there. It really just comes down to the right person at the right time, more than anything in the world. So we'll see how it shakes out. But as it stands right now,
A couple of key names here that you're going to be wanting to watch throughout the race. I'll go ahead and name them. These are guys that I've been racing around for a while, and then I can easily call them very smart when they want to be and good super speedway racers. The first one of those is going to be the number 43 of Harry Limark. He always seems to find his way up to the front in these things, always. Whether it's being aggressive or being smart, he's always up front. He knows how to manage these races, knows how to take pushes, knows how to push.
did he pay you to say that? Because I heard him laugh in the background.
No, actually, I'm glazing him right now, but that could very easily be turned around because he can be a bozo on the track, and we've seen that before.
Well, we'll see if he's a bozo tonight. Right now, we're going to look at the starting lineup for tonight's running of the SRL 300. Ready to go racing drivers hitting the grid, getting ready to go. So let's take a look at your starting lineup tonight, presented by MardonPC.com. Starting on the front row tonight, it is Harry Limark with Kenny Reel on his outside. You've got Andrew Lotes and Corbin Hines lined up in row number 2. Row 3, it's Tim Smart and Sean Walton. You've got Mark Szymanski and Stephen Thornton together in row 4. And running out the top 10, it's Dylan Tibbetts and Andrew Bolander.
Running P11 is going to be number 4, Corey White, next to Greg Whitehead, and 11th there, or 12th rather. 13th could be Tim Miller, followed by 14th Ben Lindley. To his outside, Hunter Manley is going to be in the 15th position. And then right next to him is going to be number 27 of Aaron Stanton for the 16th position. Going a little back a little bit further, Justin Menclair and Matt Morrison are going to be rounding out your 16th, 17th, 18th, or 18th positions here. Mark Phillips will be 19th, and Tim Lynn rounding out your top 20.
Starting in 21st in the race tonight, it is the number 21 BRN Zone Ryan Bogey going out there giving her a shot here at Daytona with Harold Tucker on his outside, Shane O'Neill and Shane Haar. A row Shane's in row 12. Sam Close and Gordon Glidewell together in row 13. It's Brian C. Smith and Dane Cruz. The Cruz miss, the one to watch tonight, back in 28th starting spot. Then it's Jackson Hadaway and Tyler Watermullen rounding out our top 30. Our last couple cars on the grid here. It is the 20 of Matt Bramble with Mark Pearson on his outside. And then Michael Williams and Andrew Elias shotgun on the field tonight to give us a field of 34 drivers ready to do battle. They're currently making their way down the back straightaway as they go. We mentioned it, 120 laps. There could be a lot that happens between now and the drop of the checkered flag. But everybody in the field, they've got a shot to win it at this very moment right now. As the final lap, the final pace lap, I should say, is run here. They're rolling through turns 3 and 4 now. And Simon, you do this more than I do. What's that feeling getting ready to go green?
Right now, you're just kind of pep talking with your teammates. You're trying to figure out where are they on the track and how can you link up with them the fastest, but also the safest. That's the first thing to deal with. That work together partner. And with these cars at this track, if you can get 5, maybe even 6 cars getting in a nice line pushing,
We'll see who can make it work the best tonight. The pace car dives off towards the safety of pit road. Green flag is about to fly. Harry Lindmark, Kenny Reel, the front row. They get on the gas. We're racing at Daytona. Side by side of the line that time, Stephen Thornton has the lead as they cross the stripe to lead. Lap number 1, that number 48 machine working the top side.
Yeah, we were talking about those teammates working together right from the beginning. You saw the 91 approaching the 9, kind of laid back on that initial start, dropped behind the 31. You got the 43, 31, 91, and they're actually dropping back right now, as you can see, trying to play the smart long game here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about just kind of managing your race, not really pushing too hard early. You don't want to risk wrecking your car, having to waste your fast repair. No! Harry Lindmark bobbles on the apron, spinning up the track. Caution comes out. Disaster for the 43 at the very beginning of this race, trying to drop back to safety. Instead, finds himself wrecked. Damage to the 43 car. Art Pulsitter, very early damage, very early issues.
My only word is wow. That is all that I have to say after watching that right now. I mean, that is phenomenal what I just saw. We were talking about being smart and being safe, but wow.
I have to get you to do an in-person interview here with the driver of the 43. He was trying to blend back up the track, letting the field go by, and just gets loose as he comes up the track, and around he goes. He collects the 44. I believe that's Dylan Tibbetts in the 44. There's the 1500 Mailing. The 17 of Michael Williams, and the 68 car there of Tyler Watermullen is also involved. Just, man, just not a good go at it there for the driver of the 43. Just trying to drop to the rear. Just trying to drop back, and around he goes on the apron. He came up too early, trying to blend back up because I think he committed going down too late. Did not get a hole he needed, so he blends up in the middle of the corner, and that is a recipe for disaster, and that's what ends up being. The 31 gets in the back of the 24. Shane O'Neill got tagged a little bit there. Shane Haar got some damage as well. Some other cars were sliding on the apron trying to miss. I think Mark Person got tagged as well, so he's got damage on the 77, but not too bad. But man, just an uncharacteristic mistake from the 43 car.
You know, back to what you were saying, I think we need to get him up here, talk to him, see what was going through his mind, what happened. You know, so maybe we can get him dialed up if you're able to bring him up to the booth here, see if we got him.
I was about to say, you can go talk to him face to face right now if you wanted to. We'll bring him in here. Mr. Harry Lindmark coming into the booth now. Harry, this is Dawson in the booth. What happened there, man?
I don't know what happened. Hold on, I can't hear you. I just skill issues.
That's a apropos response to that one. Well, you got damage there in that wreck. I don't know if you need. I don't think you need to take your fast repair off of that accident. I would imagine you're going to be. Well, you might have to. It's really early to have to use that fast repair, Harry. Hopefully you don't got to, but we'll see. What's the game plan now with this early incident? I would imagine just riding in the back and kind of hanging out to the end of the race, but what's the thought process now?
Oh, you dead wrong, dude. I got to get back up there and start leading the damn thing again.
Simon, you got any questions for him?
I mean, we were just talking about how in the booth you guys want to take this.
Yeah, commentator's curse. It's Simon's fault.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're just talking about how you want to really make sure to play this race in the long game and take it slow. And right as we were saying that, we saw you, the 91, the 31, drop back. Looked like you guys were going to follow the end of the pack there and work together. And then disaster struck when it looked like you just waited too long and got the apron way too much. I mean, is that what happened, or did the car break something like that, or what happened there?
No, I'm just stupid. Corbin apparently said, "Oh, they're leaving us room," and no one heard that, not even Lotes.
Okay. Gotcha.
It was my fault though,
but oh yeah, no, 100%. Usual suspect. So well, we hope that you get your damage here fixed, and we'll hope to see you back up here in the front pretty soon. Although probably not going to happen, assuming you got a decent bit of damage.
Maybe with another caution. Who knows?
All right. Well, thanks for chatting with us, Harry, and good luck with the rest of the race. Got a long way to go.
Nah, really?
Kick it back. Harry, you were in the garage, right?
No, it was in the chat below us, I think.
Oh, Aerolane
chat.
Okay. All right, making sure I'm getting the right place. There we go. He's gone now. So we're getting ready to restart here on lap number 6.
I've been checking these other cars that were involved in that wreck coming down pit road. It looks like, honestly, the person who got the worst of it was the 43 himself. He had a lot of pretty even damage around the entirety of his vehicle, so unsure exactly how much damage he has, but you see a couple other guys come down pit road. You see the 44 getting his damage fixed really quickly before we go back green, as the pace car is in the middle of the backstretch right now.
Yeah, just checking to see. Nobody's taking their fast repair yet. Obviously, it's only lap 5. You don't want to have to use it on lap 5 when we have 120 laps in this race. But that's where we're at right now for the field. So we'll see how it all shakes out. But Justin Milichar is your race leader over Kenny Reel, Corey Wright, Greg Whitehead, Tim Smart are our top 5 runners after that incident there with Harry Lindmark trying to blend back up the track, spinning out in front of the pack. See if we can keep it green, keep clean here to the end of the stage at lap number 30, which is one of our 2 guaranteed cautions that we have coming out, of course, at lap 30 and at lap 60 for our stage breaks, and then we'll have a 60-lap run to the finish at the end of it all. Pace car should dive off towards safety of pit lane. Milichar is going to be your control car as we head towards the restart zone. He'll mash the gas and get us back to racing. Green flag back in the air. Outside lane did not get going as good as that inside line did. They got formed up quick.
Yeah, it looks like we got about a 6 or 7 car breakaway here on the inside lane. As you see Greg Whitehead make a move for the outside lane, he's going to have the 97 go with him, and they are chugging to the front here.
Tim Lynn goes up pushing Greg Whitehead. You see Dane Cruz in the 70 machine jumping to the outside lane. Of course, we always talk about him on BRN, the cruise missile. He always finds a way to the front of these races, and right now he's climbed all the way up into the top 10. That 70 machine is going to be a factor in this race. Keep your eyes peeled on him, but up front, the top 4 cars, now top 5 cars in the inside lane. Back to Tim Miller. About now it's side by side with Greg Whitehead. Top 4 are clear out in front for the race lead.
We got about a 20-car breakaway here in this lead pack with the 31 kind of lagging back a little bit. Looks like he's still in the draft as of right now, and it shouldn't be too bad. As we are 3 wide coming out of the turn 2, with Gordon Gibbo being the meat of that.
Stuck in the middle of that one. Doesn't really want to be there, I would imagine, but see that 77 Mark Person is kind of moving forward on the top side by himself, trying to see if he can get ahead of that car on the inside there, that being I believe Gordon Gladwell. And see, they're all taking evasive action. Ooh, somebody jumps the apron. I think that's the 6 of Matt Morrison. He gets back up on track and he keeps it together. Matt Morrison, of course, I would say is the defending winner of this racetrack. The winner in season 10's opener, if I'm not mistaken. You'd have to correct me if I'm wrong, Simon. But
you know, I'm not the stat man, unfortunately. That would be Nathan Scott if you're looking for a stat question. But so.
I believe it was Morrison was the most recent winner of Daytona, so he is our defending race winner, quote unquote. As he jumped to the outside there, I think that would be the 11 of Kenny Reel. He tried to jump to the outside lane, instead he gets hung out to dry. Whitehead and Lynn go around him on the top side. We'll have some help coming from the 70 of Dane Cruz, and now he's all over the place here in the middle lane, middle 3 wide here, battling for 3rd place. Tim Smart gets clear. This Greg Whitehead on the top side, and it's Kenny Reel in the middle.
Yeah, we are 3 deep here going into turn 1 on lap 6, it looks like, I think. Lap 8, sorry. But we're still trying to get it all sorted out. And it's going to be a really good spot for some of these racers that are trying to get a feel for how the race is going to go, especially these guys up front. Because we just got everyone's taking the run that they got, it seems like, right now. So it's really aggressive right off rip here. And you can tell that all this money on the line that's got some of these guys really ramping up the volume here.
See more drivers trying to make moves here, coming to the line this time. Melichar is leading. He's got Corey Wright pushing him. Kenny Reel with help from, I believe it's the 97 of 70 of Dane Cruz, pardon me, trying to push him forward. And like I said, you want somebody glued to your back bumper, I'd say Dane Cruz is a good pick.
I'd agree with you. That number 70 car is always going to be known for super speedways, and the car that he's pushing is also another really good super speedway racer, the number 11 of Kenny Reel. He has always found a way to be up front here in these super speedway races that I've been in with him, and he always finds a way to. I don't know if you're familiar with the 210 steering. He has that thing equipped on his car, so. Anytime that he gets a push, you might see him get really squirrely for a quick second, but he's able to gather that car up a lot faster than others would on normal steering.
Melichar pulled up in front of Reel. They both cleared 3rd place and pulled down into the bottom lane. So now it is Melichar and Reel, then Wright. The top 3 are clear. The outside lane now being led by Dane Cruz with Greg Whitehead and I believe Mark Person, who has moved all the way up back into the top 10. That 77 has been moving through the field, picking them off one by one to get here.
A little bit further back, you see the number 20. He's kind of making it 3 wide. He's going to tuck in behind the 79 of Harold Tucker, though, and up in that higher lane. And basically behind the 6 car, Matt Morrison, and rather Tyler Waterman on 68 is that's a little single file. So I'm wondering if only it's a matter of time before everyone kind of slaps away in the bottom lane, maybe save some fuel. Do we happen to have some fuel stats, how many laps they can go? Or
I believe they can make it to about 40. They should be able to be good for both stages. It'll be stage 3 is where it'll be the most challenge for these drivers. I could do what I always do to Enrique, which is where what you'll do is you'll go out in the sim and go out in the car and see what your fuel mileage is right now. As Melichar pulls up in front of Dane Cruz, who gets a huge head of steam on the outside lane. You can jump in the car, you can run a couple laps and get a fuel number and see what it looks like there yourself. If you ever are a color commentator on a PRN broadcast, you can do it yourself. You can find out on your own, because I didn't ask the question earlier on, but that's okay.
Still 2x2 up here in the top 10, top 20 rather, about, and they're making some moves up there from the front. They're a little bit squirrely, but for the most part, nothing much has changed as we're still 2x2 in these first top 20 cars here, and everyone's pushing really hard in the up front and kind of chilling back in toward the back of the pack.
Nothing much has changed except for the top two. Dane Cruz and Mark Person have taken the race lead on the inside lane. Melachar tried jumping to the outside. They darted the inside. Now quickly, Person gonna lead the outside lane. Cruz gets left high and dry on the bottom lane.
Great move by that 77. He made it fast and he made it work. I don't think the 70 was expecting that at all, and yeah, he had help with about 5 more cars go with him here. And to the front he goes. He's gonna lead a lap.
Of course, no points on the line for leading the lap. Really just kind of style points, I guess, in a way. Getting out front and leading. But there's 3 laps you want to lead in this race. Lap 30 going into 31. Lap 60 going into 61. And lap 120. Those are the 3 laps you want to lead, because those are the 3 laps that pay you some money at the end of this one. They're making their way off of turns 3 and 4. Coming around to lap 15 this time by.
Yeah, we were talking about that teammate thing earlier in the race. We got the front 4 cars right now. They're all teammates from another racing league. They race together in money leagues all the time, so you're going to see these guys really stick to each other, help each other out. With them having control of the race, it's going to be very difficult for the rest of the pack to really make a move. And I have a feeling that we're going to start seeing maybe this the second line die here, because this bottom lane has a lot more cars. We only got about 8 maybe cars or so spread out in the top lane. It's going to die pretty fast.
Work your way around, lap 16. We've got 15 to go in the stage.
And the only 4 cars on the track, those 4 leaders, are all teammates. And they are bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper there on the backstretch. You can tell that they are really working together good here. And they pulled about 5 or 6 car lengths on the number 70 of Dane Cruz. And that's going to pay dividends here toward these closing stage laps and toward the end of the race, as long as they are all together. Look out for these 4.
Outside lane, pretty lonely right now. It's Aaron Stanton, Tim Miller, Greg Whitehead, Tim Lynn right there coming up on the back end versus them now. Aaron Stanton firmly in 6th place. You can see kind of a breakaway. Some cars further back in this field. Tyler Waterbowl leading the second pack as they make their way down the back straightaway. Mark Person is leading with Kenny Reel, Corey Wright, and Justin Melachar in 4th. And Dane Cruz finds himself in 5th. The outside lane starting to slip back a little bit here as they continue to battle on, coming to 13 to go in the stage. Topside just
8 car. Yeah, we got 8 cars up there. They're not going anywhere really, unless they really work together. And you can get up there, but it's going to require some aggressive driving. With these cars especially, if you want to get to the front with that little cars in the top lane with all those cars in the bottom, it's possible. But you got to time getting to people's bumpers perfectly on the straightaways, and then in these corners you got to be right on their quarter panels, side drafting the absolute crap out of them. Otherwise, they're just going to keep falling back car by car by car, and their best bet right now would be to fall in line. And then hopefully, when the stage gets closer to ending, we get more cars to hop out and try it again.
Ryan Bogey, BRN commentator, commentates Silver Racing League, and he is running in 10th place. Right now, he's cracked the top 10 of that number 21 machine, of course. If you ever see Ryan race, he's raced here on BRN plenty before. Ryan is a big Wood Brothers Racing fan, and of course, he pulls out the Wood Brothers Racing schemes like we saw Josh Berry run at Daytona. It's the throwback scheme here on the 21, a mean machine trying to win some money here tonight. Trying to make that mean machine a green machine if you can, but outside lane starting to roll. That's Dylan Tibbetts leading this outside lane. Now the 44 was involved in an accident in that lap 3 accident. I don't remember what lap it was. That lap 3 accident, he was in it, and now he's up here starting to move forward on this outside lane, making it work.
Yeah, we're starting to see more and more cars kind of give up on that outside lane, and one by one, they're joining that inside lane here. They just keep slipping back as you see that inside lane is just chugging past them on the back straightaway, and there's really nothing that they can do right now. Leader of that outside lane right now currently is the number 44 of Dylan Tibbetts. Looks like he's trying to find a gap to squeeze down in the low lane as well, but we see another car jump down there as well, so that's only just going to make these guys go even further back.
The more cars they lose in this outside lane, the further back everybody will keep dropping until they get down there. If it's only back to 11th right now, just outside the top 10. There was a hole that opened for a split second in between Bogey and Har, but no one takes it. I think they're going to commit to trying to make this outside lane work. But they got a long way to go to catch Mark Pearson in the 77, who currently leads this field with 10 to go, coming to 9 to go in the stage.
Here we got a couple more movers going up to the outside lane toward the back of the pack, trying to make something work, because as these laps count down, we're coming to 9 to go, as you said, you're going to want some track position, right? I mean, 10th place is a really good track position spot if we're at a mile and a half or a short track or something like that. You can use some throttle inputs and brake inputs to get up front. But here, with being wide open, you're going to need draft, and draft isn't on your side when you're 10th place, 10 car lengths behind the leader. So these guys are going to have to start making moves now as we see that outside lane starting to form a little more, and the 47 actually going to get hung out.
That's the 44, actually. Dylan Tibbetts shuffled to the outside lane. Szymanski pushing Tim Smart, trying to see if they can't surge forward here in the closing laps of the stage. They got a ways to go to catch up.
Yeah, you're right. My mistake. It was the 44 that's going to get hung out. I saw him. He made the move initially to go to the outside, hoping that someone would go with him. No one ended up doing so. They all stayed in the middle lane, so he's going to drop all the way to the back of this pack here. And we have a new leader in that second lane. It's going to be the number 1 car of Tim Smart. He's good friend, Mark Szymanski, pushing him, and Aaron stays behind him. The 44, he is trying everything he can. He just squeezed it up there pretty wide. He's still pretty wide there with Greg Whitehead as well. Thinking about making it 4. He thinks better of it because, wow, that could have been bad. He wants to get back up to the front. You could definitely tell. And he's going to do everything he can to find someone to help him do that.
This top maybe 8, 9 cars currently here on the inside lane. Look at 10 with Brian Smith sliding up in 10th place ahead of the outside lane. They're still struggling right here. Tim Smart cannot get the pushes he needs. Szymanski can't get rolling. They're going to just keep fading back. And really what that's doing, it's just opening up opportunities for these guys up front to be ready to make a move when they need to. You know, the move for the win in the stage is not going to come until maybe about I'd wager to say the backstretch on the final lap of the stage is really when we might see it. You're not going to really see a risk taken here early on in this race. There's Andrew Reliance getting lapped there on the inside lane. He'll take the free pass more than likely when we go back green.
No, you are 100% right with these with the stage finish. You're not going to see a move until the backstretch, maybe even not until coming out into the tri-oval section here. But you know, you were saying before, Mark Szymanski just is not able to get those good enough runs to push the #1 car. As you see, Sean in the 35 move upside to the outside lane, and he's going to be going to try and make his effort to the front. He's going to be pushing that number, I can't even read that, 33 car?
33. Andrew Bollinger, the 33 car. They're trying to push forward. 33 car. He's driving the Austin Hill paint scheme. Shout out Austin Hill.
Yeah, and here comes that outside lane. I'm looking at the spotter view right now. They have a huge run. They're using the draft of that 35 car for their advantage here. And they're going to get right to the bumper of them by the time they get to the tri-oval here. Now we might have a little bit of a different chance here of moving forward with new cars in the top lane. And I'm willing to bet maybe some of these guys in the lower lane might see that if they're able to get it rolling, jump up in front of them. Laps ago in the stage. If you're toward the back of this pack, now it's the time to start making moves. But like you're saying in the front, you're not going to see them move much.
Sixth place, trying to see if he can keep pushing forward. Coming to 3 to go in the stage. He's getting right there to Dane Cruz now, and if he can get there, he can keep pushing further forward. Or do we see somebody else maybe pull the outside lane before they get to him? Dane's got a shot maybe, but he's going to stay tucked in line for now. He's got Mark Phillips pushing him.
Yeah, that 33 and 35, it worked together pretty good because they have gotten to about, 5 car lengths back from the lead at one point. They keep getting these really good runs, and they're working the draft really nicely on that outside lane. They're slowly moving forward as we're coming to 3 to go here to the stage. So
coming to
definitely
2 to go
keep an eye on them
here in the stage. 2 to go this next time by, but they're dropping a little bit. They need to really get rolling here with 2 laps before the stage is over.
And you know who's watching this in their mirror, not moving a muscle, is that top 4 of those teammates right there. They know that as long as they stay bumper locked to each other, pushing each other, that in this point in the stage, they're not going to be able to get past them.
Ryan Bogey down on the apron. I don't think he meant to drop out, but he's going to end up dropping out from this one. He's going to let this field wreck themselves for the stage win rather than being involved in it.
Yeah, not a good lap for that outside lane. We fell back about 3 car lengths from where they were last lap. We're coming to the white flag in the stage here. 1 more lap to go to determine who gets that $30.
$30 on the line. Who's going to take it?
See the 47 back out. He doesn't want any of that either. He wants a clean race car is what he wants.
Mark Person leads. Kenny Reel is in second. Corey Wright is third. Justin Melachar is fourth. Dane Cruz fifth. When does the move get made? We're on the backstretch of the final lap. Do we see a move made, or do they stay tucked in line behind Person? They might make the move off turn 4. That might be the last place you can go. Melachar tries to the outside with Dane Cruz pushing him. Here comes the run if they can get it. Person is still leading.
Yeah, there's no one behind the 70 though, so it's going to be really hard pushing needed as you see the 11 jump up.
Real jumps up, battle to the line. It's going to be a close one, but it's going to be Person who takes it at the line. He will win the stage. Real, Wright, Melachar. Mark Phillips came home 5th in that one. It was a tight battle there.
appears to got it by about half of a car length over Kenny Real.
So they'll make their way around. We'll see if he's in here, if we can talk to him. Don't know if he's in here. I don't think he is. He makes his way around.
I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing our stage winner here.
Oh, good. We can just show him, zoom in on him. That 77 machine. First winner of the night, in a way. Takes home $30. Winning the stage here. Stage 1 goes to the 77 machine. The field make their way around. Now the pace car is going to catch up to them now. I believe pit road is open, so they will be pitting this time and coming down for their service. See how the field rolls off pit lane when they get their stops done.
You know who I'd be interested to hear from, actually, if you're on board with it, is the number 42 of Tim Miller, the league owner, the one who set this whole session up. I would like to be curious to see how he set it up, and what the hardships were of getting a race like this set up with all the qualifying and heats and all that stuff.
Well, I'll let you talk to him. We'll bring him in here, Mr. Tim Miller. Dialing him in here for Simon.
Tim Miller, it's the boys up in the booth. Yeah, got a copy, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going? Otherwise known as T-Bone here in the Sofa Racing League. You're the man behind the screen that runs it all. I personally was curious on how much work it took for you to get this set up with all these different heats and the qualifying and all that stuff. Talk us through a little bit behind the scenes of what it takes to put one of these races set up and all that stuff, and maybe even what it takes to get set up a season here for those that might be curious out there watching.
So this is obviously not my first time organizing something on iRacing. We've had we're about to start our 11th season, but this is my first time doing a money race. Wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I thought it might be hard to find guys that were willing to race and pay for it. But we got a pretty good turnout. We've got 35 guys, or 35 signed up, 34 here tonight. So I'm, pleasantly surprised by the turnout. But we kind of had a lot of people trickling at the end, so it made the qualifying and duels a little bit easier because there was less people on the front end.
Gotcha. Now, what about setting up a whole season? Now, I personally am more curious on how to set that up, actually, because some leagues, I see them, they set up the whole season, and they just let the sessions go and hope that they got all the settings right for each one and not have to take it down or something. How do you go about setting up a whole season in the Sofa Racing League?
So once we decide the tracks and the vehicle we're using that season, I will set everything up before the season starts. But then the night or the night before or the day of, I always go back and check to make sure all the settings are correct. If iRacing puts in, if they update setups, then it gets removed from the session. So I have to go back in and just put in those setups again. Whenever we use fixed setups, I know some leagues don't do that. But yeah, I do everything ahead of time and then just kind of double check a day or two before.
Gotcha. Well, a lot of hard work put into making this league as good as it is, and we all thank you for it here, and definitely putting on a good show for us tonight, and we still got over 3/4 of a race to go here. So good luck to you. Good luck to any of your teammates that you're talking with, and we wish the best of luck and hopefully a good payout, hopefully at the end of this race for you.
Yeah, appreciate you fellas doing it, and Simon jumping in the booth. I miss you out here on the track, but hopefully this isn't my last time talking to you guys tonight.
Yeah, sounds good, Tim. Good luck out there. Have fun.
Appreciate it.
I think he was in ODB chat.
He was. We'll kick him back there. So the race off pit road was won by Kenny Real. Corey Wright is in second. Justin Milichar and Mark Phillips. Dane Cruz are our top five. Actually, it's Mark Person, our top 5 person, I believe. Uh, I think it was a split between taking tires or not. Some drivers took tires, some drivers didn't, or just a mix of all the pit road chaos. We'll see how it is. I hope the ticker gets fixed when we go back green. Shows final lap. That was the final lap from the stage. So hopefully it fixes itself here in a second when we go back green. We've got 88 laps to go, coming to 87 to go in the race. Of course, we got the stage coming up as well. Green flag is back in the air. We're back racing here at Daytona. It is not the final lap. Don't worry. We did not do an ARCA restart. Drivers will comfortably make it to stage 2 on fuel.
Most of the field is really, really spread out right now, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out in about a lap or two when things and kind of naturally sort themselves out because of the draft. But you know, you got the same top 4, just in a different order, leading again. So you got the top lane led by the number 27 Aaron Stant. Looks like we're trying to do something. It looks like everyone else is gonna remain in the draft. It looks like, and maybe eventually get caught back up here. We still got ways to go into the next stage, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to assume that we're going to be a little bit more calm, and the first stage went green, other than Harry. So we'll see. I'm going to predict that this one is also going to go green.
Oh, car on the wall, Aaron Stanton! Into the outside wall, heavy damage for the 27 car. He's still up against the wall, everybody going by. But heavy damage on that 27, quickly jumping back. Just, I don't know if it was a bad push out of 2, it looks like it was. The 25 pushing in the back, just a little sideways, gets him around into the outside wall, somehow, some way, keeps it away from everybody else. Single car accident, that's going to take him out of it.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, a bad push gone wrong from the 25 there to cause the 27 to go hard into the wall. I mean, that's just a hard, aggressive pushing to try and make that top lane work, because we've seen it struggling all race. And the 25 was pushing the 27 basically through the entirety of turn 2, and the 27 was just way too unstable, but the 25 kept pushing and pushing, and finally it ends like that. So an unfortunate ending to his draft, at least. We'll see if he takes his fast repair. I'm assuming he's going to, and get back out there. Yeah, he's coming back on the track right now. Obviously, he'll go a lap down, maybe 2.
Getting the timing and scoring fixed right here, and then you get it back up for you.
Oh, we're wrecking. They saved it. No, they didn't save it. The 20 is hard into the wall back there. The 27 car was trying to blend back onto the track, and I don't know if people were getting a little bit nervous or that he was going to do what Harry did, but we have a yellow out in the racetrack here.
The heavy damage to the 20 car. He'll have to take that fast repair as well. And like that, we are back under caution here for the second time for incident at Daytona, the SRL. We'll see how this all played out here on the BRN replay. Just gets tagged by Dylan Tibbetts to the back of the Dragon Roaring Bolander. Heavy hit for Bramble. A winner at Talladega, I know for sure. In the most lopsided victory I've ever seen in an iRace. Winning by over 20 seconds at Talladega. Who does that? Right on board with it. Watch this hit here. Big blow.
Yeah, you see the 20 car. He was up on the top lane there. 27 is down below, the same exact spot that Harry was at, trying to blend up the track, and 3 wide to try and avoid him. and then he looks like he sees a car up high and slow again, tries to cut down right over to 44's nose. And I would also like to bring to your attention as well that the 27 car would have wrecked and probably brought out a caution by himself if the 20 car wasn't involved in something, because when he blended onto the track, he did the exact same thing that Harry Lamarck did on lap 3 of this race.
Yeah, he about went around there, but he got lucky that there was a little more ping-ponging happening that kept him out of the limelight there. I bet you Harry told him to bring that up as well. So, hey, can you bring this up for me?
Oh, I was going to suggest that maybe we have a chat with the 27 car who has had an eventful 2 laps here, but I'm unable to see him, unfortunately. However, I do see the number 20 car, and I feel like we would be remorsed if we didn't have him explain what happened here up in the booth. Number 20, his nickname in this league is Fatback, and he's always got some interesting stuff to say. So what do you say?
You're talking to him. You're dialing him up. So, well, let's see what he says.
Well, Matthew Bramble, it's the boys up in the booth. Talk us through what the hell happened.
I don't know. I was having a nice Sunday cruise in the high lane, and the next thing I know, I seen the 33, the car next to me on the left, spinning out.
Talk us through what's going through your mind. I mean, because I've known you in this league, and I want to know what was going through Matthew Bramble, Fatback's mind when that car was coming up.
I was chilling, and then next thing I got hooked. It's kind of, can I curse on here?
Why not? Sure.
Yeah, it was a pretty shitty move by that guy.
Who do you think's
been a
at
little bit
fault
lower.
here? Who do you think's at fault here, man?
Him, not me.
All right, well, thank you.
He hit my rear end. I didn't hit his rear end.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your input here and letting us know exactly what happened on the track.
Yeah.
Did you take a fast repair from that? So you're down a fast repair, right?
Oh, I had to take the fast repair, but doesn't mean I'm not racing anymore.
Oh, absolutely not. I expect to see you up in the front here next couple laps. So
Yeah.
we'll let you get back to it. Good luck, sir, and we hope to see you in back up here in an interview fashion, but in a better way.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Good luck out there, sir.
Thank you.
That was Fatback.
Fatback,
miss
Matthew
Fatback.
Bramble.
Fatback hasn't been here in a minute. Pace cars coming out of turn 2 on the backstretch here. We're going to be coming back to the green flag here. I would also like to note really quick before we get going, the 27 car, who was the only car 1 lap down at the time, did not get the free pass because he spun. So he is still 1 lap down, and he's going to have to stay as clean as he can here, and either until they wreck again or until the stage to get back on that lead lap to contend for that $200 that's available for the win.
So here we go. Getting real, Justin Melachar, Corey Wright, Mark Pearson, and Jackson Hadaway. The top 5 getting ready to go back racing here at lap number 41. Give it 20 to go in this second stage. Green flag back in the air.
Another great restart by that top four. They're all back in line again, bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper.
Outside lane being led right now by, I believe, Mark Phillips in the 73 car. Tyler Watermelon blinking in and out like usual. Phillips back to 10th place with leading the outside lane. Does he duck to the inside? He does. Now Shane Haar is left to control the outside lane.
75% of those cars on the inside line again, so we'll have to see what happens. But we're getting some blinkers now on the track that I'm seeing for the first time tonight. The 68, like you mentioned, as well as the 24 of Shane Haar, I believe it is. Or, excuse me, the 24 of Shane O'Neill is blinking a lot, too. So that's going to make things difficult for the guys behind me to judge where they are. And as he drops to the back of the field here, probably because
Hard trying to push this outside line forward with help from the 25 of Gordon Glidewell. Mark Szymanski and Matt Morrison lined up on the outside. Not able to get going. Kind of just stuck. Not free falling this time either, though. They're just right there together.
There goes that 20 car. Matthew Bramble making it 3 wide on the backstretch. He had a run and he took it. And he had a couple people following him too, as they are still 3 wide going into turn 3 and 4.
Oh, tight. Oh, tight Szymanski. I don't think he wanted to go to the bottom, but he makes it to the bottom lane.
This is entertaining to watch, but as entertaining as it is, that front pack of about 13 cars, or maybe a little bit less, and hard time to judge it real fast, but they're just, they're getting loose.
Hooey, hooey.
25 car, Gordon Gibble is going to be dropping back. He said, I don't want any part of that. Let those guys sort it out.
It's still a little early to have mistakes, but hey, here's a shout out worth shouting out. How about this 89 car, Ben Lindley? He disconnected from the race earlier, lost the lead lap, has gotten back on the lead lap, and is now fringe top 10 right here in 11th. He's got a shot at getting to the top 10 here over Mark Phillips. He's trying to make the run on the outside lane work, but a good recovery so far for the 89 team. Able to get back in this thing and able to get back in contention and still not keep running the field.
Absolutely. It's great to see the 89 car up here in the front-ish of a race. I mean, last season he had the worst luck possible, and I really want him to be either the stage winner or the race winner or something. I want some good luck to happen to him. A beautiful car as well.
Mac Tools 89 working on the outside lane with help from Mark Szymanski. Pushing him. Randall is in third on the outside lane, and it's the 97 car Tim Lynn lined up behind them. But they're all chasing up front. The 11 of Kenny Reel, 84 of Justin Melchar, the 77 of Mark Person, the 4 of Corey Wright, the 8 of Jackson Hadaway. They're the top 5 cars right now on the track as Lindley trying to get organized in this outside lane. They're up to ninth next to Greg Whitehead and continuing to push forward now. Starting to find some momentum here on lap 46. Now the outside lane led by 70th Dayton Cruz. A shuffle about has happened. Dayton Cruz is outside with help from Mark Szymanski. Pushing him. Bramble on the back bumper of the 47. trying to work around the top side, trying to get momentum here. Cruz up to 7th place side by side with Brian Smith in the 55. Oh, now jump to the outside. Tim Smart takes the run quickly to lead the outside lane. And now seeing if he can be the one to lead them to the promised land of the race lead.
Big move by that number 1 car. We'll see if it pays off. Right now, it's not going to, as he's going to lose a spot to the 55 and the 89 and possibly the 3 car if he doesn't get it sorted out here. So now would be the time to start testing out those runs that you have. Take them now, because you know, $30 isn't as much as $200, and if you could figure out exactly what your car is doing right now, and that way you could plan toward the end of the race, that might be better. But, you know, speaking of planning, I just want to bring your attention yet again. Who do we have in those top 4 again? We got those teammates lined up. It's going to be hard to get around them again here, and this outside lane is really going to need a good leader right now. Because, like I said, it's possible, but they need a good leader in order to be able to get all the lines proper. We'll see what the 89 can do. He's been slowly creeping his way up front here. He's almost in the 5th. He's even with the 5th car in line, so he's been the closest up to the front here in the 2nd lane. He's making good progress.
Outside lane, though, starting to dissipate, falling back again. Greg Whitehead getting by the inside lane. Mark Phillips as well in the 73 car gets clear, so it's time to run more in 9th place. They got all the way up to 5th, and then again, it's like it just kind of drops anchor and fades back.
Yeah, I've been watching to see exactly how and why that happens, and I've seen it twice now. And I think my suspicions are confirmed, and this is more common sense, but these cars in the top lane, every once in a while coming out of 2, they'll drift away from each other and fall a car length or 2 behind. Sure, they're still in draft, but you're leaving that lead car out to dry, and it just put the air brakes on. I mean, you got the inside line.
Stack up there on the outside lane. You see the moving made by Bramble and Lynn to the outside, forcing a 3-wide situation now, with just coming to 9 laps to go in stage 2.
Great call. I didn't even see that. We're 3 wide now. That 20 car, he's got places to be, and he's going to get there. At least try.
They're trying everything they can. The outside lane, just nothing is working.
Still only 1 car a lap down. That's the 27 of Aaron Stanton. He seems like he's in an okay-ish spot, but he's just really got to be careful in case he's wreck not to get his X, and he'll be on the lead lap in no time.
Char kind of peeking out, staying in line. Got to get a smear on the nose, the War Machine.
See, the bottom lane there really fell apart. The 55 fell way back. Dane Cruz is going to take advantage of that huge hole, go up the inside. He has a huge run in the inside lane. He's going to get right to the bumper of that 8 car coming into turn 3. Ben Lindley let out the dry, and Dane Cruz is going to take the run to the outside of the 8 car. Unfortunately, he has no one to go behind him, so he's just going to fall right back unless someone gets behind him.
It's like a parachute. You jump out of that outside lane, and all of a sudden you just start fading back, dropping to the back of the field. He was in 5th place. He tried to slingshot and jump ahead. The issue is no one was there to catch him before he started to fall, so he drops back to about 9th place. His work on the rest.
Yeah, I'll tell you, these top 4 are just looking in the mirrors and just smiling. That's all they're doing right now. As we see the 89 trying to make a wheel in the 47, he thinks better of it. He's going to jump back down. Big checkup on the inside lane. That's going to allow the outside lane, 70 Dane Cruz, to get so right on past with Gordon Goodwill to his inside and Sean Walton coming up in the rear.
And the outside lane, 3 wide, led by Michael Williams. Haven't called him out all night. Save for the incident on lap 3 with Harry Lindmark. He's trying to make a push to the front.
Harry just went from like 20th to about 10th right there, 15th or whatever, and he's going to jump back to the inside line. And no, he's not.
He's on the outside. He's at the 11th place now on the outside lane. And here is a very fun 4-car tandem right here. Dane Cruz, Gordon Glidewell, that's the 35 of Sean Walton, and then Harry Lindmark on the outside lane. These 4 cars, I think, could really put up a fight if they get hooked up here.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Definitely watch that 43. He's up here in the top 10 close. He can sniff it out. You know he wants that stage win as badly as that win at the end of the race. So look for him to make some more moves because I believe he has not taken his fast repair yet. As you see Tim Lynn take a move to the outside lane, Harry's not too happy about that, yelling over the radio to get behind him.
They're trying to sort it out on this top side. They got a lot of cars working together, ready to go. 5 laps to go in stage number 2. It is still Kenny Reel out in front. Justin Melchar is in second. Mark Person, the winner of stage 1, is in third. Corey Wright sits in fourth as they come around this time down the backstretch. All nice and even, nose to tail. Dane Cruz trying to lead this outside lane.
Yeah, the top lane, they got linked up too late, unfortunately. They were all bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper halfway down the backstretch, but, you know, by that time, the inside lane already had the run. So, Dane Cruz, he's one that I would trust to lead him to the front here. So let's see what he can do as he's about leaving with the 5th car in line here, 6th car, actually. And he's slowly creeping up there. He's got a good bunch behind him, that's for sure, as we come to 4 laps away. 25 fell back a little bit more, and watch how much this top lane checks up because of it. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, the inside lane.
Discombobulated, a lot of shuffling. Melchar jumps out there. Oh, Glidewell into the outside wall.
Going to the wall.
Somehow it's only 1 car. Massive hit for Glidewell. Same that we saw Bramble take earlier. But with that, the shake up, the stack up, Melchar leads the outside. Real leading the inside. Run coming up top. It's Sean Walton with Harry Lindmark. They're charging to make it 3-1 for the lead.
Watch that high lane right now. Watch it. Those two. Look at that. Sean's going to clear. Harry's unfortunately not going to be able to clear. Oh, that would have been so great to see them work together down the back. Those two guys working together would be a work of art here. So you see the 11 now is taking control of this race as 55 falls back.
55 thinks better of everything. He says, I'm bailing out of this one. Oh, Walton trying to get around him quick. Right on the back bumper. Just about turned him. And now leading the outside lane, Matthew Bramble in the 20 car.
Man, I have no idea what the heck happened on the back.
Oh, there they go! Hadaway turned. Bramble's in it.
Greg Whitehead, the 3's in it. He looks like he gathers it up.
Matthew Bramble had just recovered from that other incident earlier on where he smacked the outside wall, had to use his fast repair. This time another incident. Some more damage to the number 20. And we are under caution once again. That's likely going to end the stage. Should give the stage win to Kenny Reel, if I'm not mistaken. We'll look at the VRN replay and show you this accident and what happened here.
Yeah, I'm looking back at it myself, and look at like the 6 car of Matt Morrison just was having a hard time judging exactly maybe where he was or where other cars around him on the racetrack were. Just comes down into the 8, which sends the 8 right up the racetrack.
Bramble might have avoided more damage than what he could have had. It looked like Bramble should have had more damage than he gets. Just a slight tap, and around he goes. But Hadaway, big hit in the outside wall. Bramble got tagged, slid in the grass. Somehow no one else hit him really. Whitehead took a slide in the grass as well. He was able to keep going, so only driver really taking any kind of damage, any kind of hits was the 8 of Jackson Hadaway. Right on board with him. See it not fully clear, trying to pull a line, and around they go. So our stage winner is going to be Kenny Real, I would imagine. So he'll take home $30 for the stage 2 win. Good for him. But now that leads us back out on the track and ready to go racing for the final 60 laps of this race.
What do you say we dial up to 35 of Sean Walton?
I'll let you take the lead on this one. Is he even in here? He's not in here. You're not going to get a hold of Sean Walton.
Mo Power, at the very bottom one, the 35.
Where are you seeing him at? He's not in any voice calls in here. Shane, Andrew, Brian, Harold.
Sean Walton, there's the boys up at the booth. You get a copy?
Yeah.
Sean, talk us through what the heck was going on there. That was getting crazy, and you were making moves, and it was working.
Everyone wants $20 for winning the stage, and my teammates were all in the back riding around. So I just decided to hell with it, and I just wanted to push.
Well, it was working out, and it was working great. You were the only car that I personally saw that was able to make it up to the front and to contend for a stage win. Everybody else who tried it just couldn't make it work. How the heck were you making it work? Was it just aggressive pushing on your end, taking every run you got, and eventually working the C's parted, or was there some strategy behind it?
I mean, yeah, I was just taking every run I got. Made sure I had the right person behind me pushing me. I didn't want to get stuck up there 3 wide, so I went and made a decision to go to the go middle, and it worked out because the outside line eventually died it out. But yeah, I mean, I had Harry behind me. He gave me a couple good pushes, and just decided I just took everyone I got.
Well, absolutely. Well, if it went green there for the end, you would definitely been a really good spot to contend for that stage win. But unfortunately, you come up a spot short. We still got a long race to go here. We got about 80 laps, I think, right? No, I'm doing my math way wrong. About 60 laps. 60 laps to go. Now fuel's going to start to come into play here because you can't make it on fuel. So, good luck to you the rest of the race. Obviously, you and your teammates, and you got a great looking car, and hope to see you up front here.
Yes, sir.
I just got compared to Clint Boyer from my brother, so I'm going to stop talking for a while.
Yeah, you got to shut up now after that one. So the field getting ready to go back racing here to start stage 3, the final stage, and of course at the end of this is the big pay window. That's where everybody wants to be the winner tonight, a $200 payout to whoever takes the checkered flag first place. Kenny Real, Corey Wright, Justin Malachar, Mark Person have done a phenomenal job controlling this race. Can they do it for another 60 laps? Pace car dives off. Stage 3, the final stage at Daytona, is underway. We're racing once more. Outside lane really dissipating quickly, and I imagine it's going to be because of fuel saving. Drivers are going to try to stay in line and not be the lead cars. They're going to let somebody else burn more fuel than them, and they're going to try to save fuel to have to take less fuel at the end of this race.
Well, one of my things I was going to say is these guys are going to have to start saving fuel, but I don't think they are. They're too wide still. 3 wide some spots.
I wouldn't call them fuel saving more so than it is maybe drivers aren't taking the risk to burn fuel. I think it's the best way to put it. Fuel saving, you see in real life, you see them kind of chugging along, 70% throttle, not pushing too hard and just saving fuel in the pack. But I think what this field is doing is they're fuel saving the old-fashioned way. I'll line up behind somebody. I'll stay in line with somebody else. As long as I'm not leading the line, they can burn the fuel more fuel than I do. They can draft with them and stay in line and save a little fuel and not have to worry about pushing as hard. Their outside lane is a-coming. Shane Haar making a charge on the top side. Oh my goodness, Gordon Glidewell just about got into it there. He's playing dangerous games. He has got no more fast repair to bail him out in case something happens. So you have to mind his P's and Q's the rest of this race.
21 car is making a big run up the middle. He's following the 55 right up toward the front of the pack there. It worked out for him.
Dylan Tibbetts trying to make a third lane work. 44, he's got Bolander behind him. Really working out in his favor. The way he's drifting down the track, and Brian drifting up a little bit here, getting really close to touching there for a second. Thought they were going to do some contact, but keep it off each other. Stay pointing in the right direction. We're still rolling.
As we just saw the field take and complete, not yet complete, but we just took lap 67. That's all I want to say.
Alrighty, well, I will mute Simon's mic for the rest of this race. It'll just be me solo for the rest of the running of this one here. We've got about maybe make it. The math says we got 54 laps to go here at Daytona.
Still 3 wide toward the back, and I think they're trying to maybe sort it out, but I can't really tell, and I don't want to speak for their driving, but interesting to see what happens here. And the whole mood is, you can kind of feel the intensity is going way down right now. These guys know they got a lot of more laps.
Yeah, they're still a long way from over. They still have to make a pit stop, so really not trying too crazy yet. Trying the third line, got 4 cars on the top side. It's still Shane Haar leading the middle lane. Not any progress being made in the forward direction. We're just kind of fading back here, lap number 69.
Oh my God, a
Oh,
huge wreck. Wow. A couple penalties too, I just saw.
Shane Haar hits the wall. I think that was all that happened. I didn't see anybody else go around. There's penalties that are coming for drivers having to jump down and hit pit entry, missing it all. Somehow that wasn't more of the field. Caution is now out. Cruz pushing Shane Haar into the trial where they came. Just a little too much, and bang, hard hit for the 7 car. Everybody took evasive action to miss it. Not sure where the black flag came from for some of those drivers, but Shane Haar, a big hit to the outside wall. I believe
Yeah, it
it's
looks
just
like
an
the black
admin
flag.
thrown caution.
Yeah, admin thrown. I guess there was some talking on the radio, but now there's talking that there was one car and they're not happy about the caution being thrown. But all those penalties came from several cars just barely clipping pit lane to avoid it.
Yep, they'll get those cleared off and taken care of. So not going to be a shortened yellow, I don't think. I'm going to keep this as a regular caution length, but it gives a little reprieve for the drivers to kind of get reset, refocused. But right now, it's 50 laps to go right now. You cannot make it to the end of this race on fuel at this moment. I'd imagine, though, someone might top off on fuel because if we get a string of cautions, you can start saving fuel and you can make it to the end on this stop right here. But it looks like the whole field, for the most part, is going to start coming down this time. They're going to go ahead and take advantage of pitting right now. Led by Kenny Reel.
Now that things are kind of relaxed a little bit, this brings up great time for me to ask you this question that I've been wanting to ask in hopes that the field would have gone single file. We could have talked about it under green, but what's your favorite paint scheme in this field right now? I know what mine is, but I'm curious.
I want to hear yours before I say mine, because I think we might have the same one.
Mine is going to very easily be the number 91 of Corbin Hines. That crispy M&M's lime green with the yellow Toyota Camry. I think that is the best looking car, 100%. I might be biased, but I'm a Kyle Busch guy. But that car is just really well put together, and whoever made that livery is an absolute goat.
It's definitely on the top of my list. I love Kyle Busch as well. My all-time favorite, one of my all-time favorite drivers. My all-time favorite driver is Casey Mears. Kyle Busch is my current active favorite driver. Unless Ben Rose decides to move up, take the top spot. But my all-time favorite scheme in this field, it's the 04. It's the truck Ford Mustang, driven by Andrew Elias. Glad to have him back here. It's been a while since we've seen him on BRN. He's finally made it out here tonight. Glad to have him here tonight racing with us, and hopefully we can talk to him before the night is over. No, actually, let's talk to him now. Why don't we talk to him now? See how he's feeling.
That sounds like a great idea.
Hey, Andrew Elias, boys in the booth, you got a copy?
Oh yeah, I got you guys.
Alrighty, well, it's been a while since we've seen you here. Tonight's been kind of an up and down race, but you have found yourself with a clean race car in 20th. What are you thinking about for these final about 48 laps to go?
Okay, first of all, it's a truck. It's clearly a truck.
Sorry.
And then second, I've been distracted all race. Like I went a lap down early because I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking, I don't know if you've heard of him, Simon Lindmark. I'm like, dude, that guy, whew, he's a smoke show. And so I was thinking about him early. My hand got distracted, took my hand off the wheel to do other stuff while I was thinking about Simon, and that's when I lost the draft.
I'm flattered. I'm
It
flattered.
happens. It happens to the best of us. But Andrew, you've recovered at least. You're back in the draft. What are you thinking you're going to have to do to win this race?
Well, I'm just hoping to get to victory lane, hoping to get an interview from Simon. It's been a dream of mine for like the longest time. Like I can't explain. Like that's literally the only reason I'm here. I quit my job today to be here to be closer to my friend Simon.
Alrighty, Andrew, we'll let you get back in with friends working with here, and best of luck, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, no, I don't want you.
Best
I
of
hope
luck to
Simon's
you,
talking.
Andrew. I love you.
Oh, thank you, Simon. Thanks for noticing me.
I'll kill myself. It's okay.
Of course, baby.
Girl, stop it.
I'm kicking him out. That's, man, I remember when that was me. Now it's not me, apparently. That's insane. Alright. Alright, well, now my soul is crushed. Kenny Real is your leader. Justin Melchar is second. One person is third, and Corey Wright's fourth. These top four have controlled this race all the way throughout. They're looking to see if they can finish it all off. But they still got a ways to go. 47 laps, to be exact. Yeah, 47 laps.
Tell my
go back green.
I'm gonna have to tell my family to not watch this broadcast tonight. They normally watch it whenever I race on Thursday nights. So I'm gonna have to tell them.
Just tell them you're not racing.
This one off.
Oh, they only support you. They don't support Harry, huh?
Well, they support both of us.
Don't listen to this one out. This is non-canon. This one doesn't count.
Absolutely.
Green flag is back in the air. Back to racing here at Daytona. Kenny Real gets a good launch and gets out ahead of Malachar. Now they got to try to get Corey Wright and Mark Pierce together, which they do. Dane Cruz trying to capitalize in the outside lane.
That inside lane is the only lane right now. The outside lane is non-existent.
Ooh, they're dicey in the back here. Trying to shuffle around and sort things out.
Matt Morrison makes it 3 wide. Greg is gonna. Oh, he's not gonna rock. I thought he was. With Aaron Stanton right behind him.
Tyler Watermelon jumps to the inside lane. Tim Lynn jumps to the outside lane. As they start to fall apart on the outside, they're dropping down to the bottom lane, but Tim Lynn trying to hold strong.
We are playing hopscotch up here. We are bouncing cars from the outside to the inside to the outside to the inside. We're checking up big on the inside lane. Oh my goodness. We're 3 wide. Martin Samansky, of course, 3 wide back there. Oh my gosh, these guys are so close to wrecking.
They're trying to. They want to. Oh, you see Whitehead shuffled in the middle of a 3 wide situation. He going to drop back through the sucker hole. There's the 8. Jackson Hadaway, earlier caution. He's on the outside now. And look at Andrew Elias making a move up ahead.
Andrew Elias is leading that outside lane. Let's see if he could do anything with it. I believe in my boo. Oh, he gets cut off. No.
Push from Matt Morrison leading that outside lane. That was Tim Lynn in the 97.
Wide again. Looks like Aaron Stanton is actually going to maybe follow the 6 of Matt Morrison, but never mind. They're going to fall back in line as they see that it is just not going to work out. Tyler Watermelon breaks out just a little bit, maybe makes Sean Walton a little bit nervous, but we keep things moving. Hey, who's up front again, by the way?
Matthew Bramble and Ben Lindley leading the outside lane.
Absolutely. Ben Lindley is see what he could do to get up close here. But the top four in the bottom lane, they have been leading this race the entire race. Since lap 3 when Harry had his caution when he was in the lead and then he dropped back, they have since taken it over and they have not given it up. These guys are going to be the ones to watch to the end of this race to see if they could work together. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe these guys have some sort of deal worked out where if you help me, I help you, we'll split the money. I mean, $200 is $50 a person, and 2 of them already won the stages.
Yeah, they have just controlled this race, and he had a charge right now in the outside lane. They're trying to lead it up here. Ben Lindley is pushing forward with Tim Lynn, and Elias pushing, but you see the move they make. Jumping up to block it. Real blocks it. Lynn goes to the middle. Lindley going to be left with a dry.
A bold move by Kenny Real. He saw the move coming from the outside and said, nope. And it worked in his favor as Ben Lindley's going to fade back into the pack and slot back in behind the 27.
No, another aggressive block. Lynn, oh, there goes Real in the grass.
He's going to save it. He's going to save it.
Hold on to that 11 machine. Oh, it's Bramble around in the background. I think that's who it was turned. It is who was turned. Ryan Bogey's in it as well. Caution is out. Ah.
That was like 3 separate wrecks that happened at 3 different times.
Take a look at the BRN replay and see how everything transpired there. It started off with that number 11 machine going off-road, and he went through the grass and somehow kept it all together. He goes off-roading right here. And just the fact that he was able to hang on to this thing, I mean, bravo to Kenny Real.
Well, that's that 210 steering ratio I was talking about.
Now, in the aftermath of this, as Real's off tracking, Bramble gets turned around, and then Bogey gets turned as well. So here's what happens to Bramble. Gets the apron, Tim Smart with a little contact, he comes back up off the apron, and then just keeps it in the apron, loses it finally. And then right behind him, too, Ryan Bogey gets turned as well. I think Bogey and Harold Tucker make contact. Right on board with the 21 machine. Just contact with Harold Tucker. Oh my God, so close to hitting that outside wall, but Bogey is able to stay off of it. So lucky to get away with very minimal, if even, any damage. But a point I'll make here is that shuffle the running order around. Now Tim Lynn is your race leader. And also, too, with 40 laps to go at this point right now, coming to 39 to go, I'd wager if you pit here and you run in the draft, you might be able to make it to the end of this race on fuel.
It's definitely possible. You're going to see the entire field pit here and maybe even take a set of tires, too. But 100%, if you don't pit here, you're just banking on that late race caution, and that's just too much of a risk, I feel like. So everyone's going to pit here and, get their car filled up, maybe even come back in again, go right back to fuel saving, because we're getting to that point where now in this part of the race, we might actually see it die down now because, like you said, with that fuel saving, people are going to need to do that.
Everybody's on pit road. Nobody deciding to stay out. Looks like for the most part. It's Tim Lynn rolling off from the race lead. Looks like Melichar wins race off pit road. Tim Lynn and Corey Wright and Reliance Aaron Stanton are your top 5 as they make it back onto the racing surface.
I'm actually out on the track right now just to see exactly how many laps these guys are going to get, because I want to see how close this is going to be.
So we're doubled up. It is the 84, Justin Melchar, the 4 of Corey Wright on his back bumper. Outside lane, it's Tim Lynn on his back bumper. He's got the 27 of Aaron Stanton. He's pushing him back to green. Obviously, fuel saving happening here for the 84 car that will be leading this line on the inside lane. I imagine he's trying to get the 4, just keep pushing him all throughout these pace laps like he's been doing to save as much fuel as he can. He wants to make it to the end of this race.
Yeah, I'm around all these guys right now in test driving mode, and not a single one of them has their car out of 5th gear or not clutching it. So they are definitely pinching off to see how much fuel exactly they're able to save, and I think we're going to see a lot different racing here in this final stretch of the race.
Pace car dives off. It'll be 37 laps to go when we go back racing here at Daytona. Green flag is going to fly. Let's go! Lynn and Glidewell get to the inside lane, but it is Melchar, Wright, and Person that are the top 3 on the bottom. Outside lane led by Aaron Stanton. He's back in 8th place, trying to see if he can charge forward with that 27, being pushed by the 70th Dan Cruz, the Cruise Missile. Got to see if he can push him back up front to contend for the race lead once again. Oh, jumping to the outside lane. That's Sean Walton in the 35. He's done riding. He wants to take the challenge to the leaders. Jump to the outside lane, blocked by Melchar. Look at the run that Walton got on the outside lane. Stanton and Walton dive down to the bottom. Melchar hung up on the top side. Cruz slots in on the inside lane. They were 1 through 4 for the longest time, now shuffled back to 4th and max for now, where Corey Wright runs. Walton, Stanton, and Cruz now lead this field. But quickly after the top side, Wright, Person, and Melachar are going to be nose to tail once again. They're leading the top lane. Caution's out. It's Andrew Elias. The one truck in the field is now junk. Imagine that. Simon has stepped away. He's gone silent on me. Maybe mourning the loss of Andrew Elias from this race. From the outside lane here. Get a big run, but then just gets loose. And around he goes. And backed up, overcorrects, hard in the outside wall. Big hit for the 04 machine.
Oh, sorry about that. I was in the car doing some field tests and did a little bit of math.
You did this then. You ghost wrecked him.
No, I wasn't anywhere near those guys. But, yeah, these guys have about 50-ish laps, maybe 47. So how many more laps do we have to go in the
How much did you say just there?
I was looking at about 47 to 49.
Oh, then we don't need to worry about that. We've got 34 laps to go in this race right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to look at a couple of guys come down just to be extra safe. But, yeah, I think we're good on fuel now to the end of the race.
So we pace here on lap number 88. Sean Walton is your leader. Aaron Stanton is in second. Dane Cruz is in third. He's fuel saving on the apron back there in the background. Corey Wright is in fourth. Mark Person is in fifth. Person won stage 1. The 11 car. That being Kenny Reel. He was our stage 2 winner. Kenny Reel shuffled back after a slide through the grass earlier. He's back in 15th place right now, trying to climb back to the front to join his teammates. How about some recoveries like we mentioned? Aaron Stanton up here in second place after the incident earlier on in this race. He's back up here in the top half of the field. Gordon Gleibel had an incident as well. He's back up here up front. Shane Haar had to use his fast repair. He's back in the top 10 as well. So just a couple guys have to recover, had to fight back to it, but they're back up here, and they have a shot at it. Of course, this big payout looming for these drivers. Nice crisp $200 on the line for the race winner tonight. It's not yet go time, but it's getting close to go time.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with these drivers seeming like they're good on fuel. I think we're just going to start seeing some really hard and aggressive racing here toward the end as we see little to no takers here for pit lane, which is confirming our questionables of are they good on fuel or not. And it looks like they are. So I think we're going to be ramping up the energy here for sure. We're going to see a lot of 2 wide. We're going to see a lot of 3 wide. We're going to see moves taken. We're going to see runs taken. We're going to see bumps. We're going to see checkups. We're going to see everything right here, right now. So buckle up, tune in, grab your popcorn. It's going to be good.
Should be fun to get to the finish. So, we will get the restart here, coming to 31 laps to go with that run. Sean Walton is your leader. Stanton is in second. That dominance in those top 4 of Wright, Person, Melichar, and Reel. They've been shuffled around a little bit, so they're going to have to fight to get back to it.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to be looking for those teammates to see how or if and when they get locked up together and make their way, or try to at least, to the front. But it's definitely going to be a lot harder now than it was earlier in the race, now that everyone knows it's go time.
So here we come off of turn 4. Pace car's going to dive off. 31 laps of racing left here at Daytona for the Silver Racing League Daytona 300. To the restart zone. Walton's going to get a big shot from Dane Cruz. Green flag is back out, back racing.
Here we go, lap 90 of 120. We have 31 laps to go. 2 by 2 by 2. The whole field is a little bit of a gap, but they're going to close it up real fast here. We'll see what kind of runs people take. A big block with the 73 is going to check up that bottom lane just a hair.
See them jump to the outside lane. Walton blocking Person now on the top side. Glidewell is lined up third on the outside lane now. Cruz and Har leading the bottom lane.
Sean's going to bail to the bottom lane here and fall to the arms of Dane Cruz, it looks like, here in the bottom lane side. And good guy to be behind you, pushing you, that's for sure here.
Person jumps to the bottom lane, leading this field. Glidewell on the outside lane, trying to push forward. Stanton shoving the 77, while it's Corey Wright pushing the 25.
2 by 2 by 2 still. The entire field is that right now.
And they're getting clear on the top side. They're going to jump down here. Top 3 all clear. Expect them to slide down in just a second. And there they go. And just like that, they take back control of the lead, with Glidewell now controlling this field.
Aaron Stanton is going to go up to the top. Oh my goodness, he almost wrecked. He got wicked loose with that move up to the high lane. Top 4 breakaway, top 5 now breakaway, also in the final. That 2 by 2 as Sean Walton takes a look to the outside lane. He's going to have no help yet. That's going to kind of stall him out, with someone else jumps up in front of him. It looks like it's the 84 of Justin Mencher. I don't know how to say his last name. Oh my goodness. We're 2 by 2, we're 3 by 3. This is getting exciting.
Car on the apron there in the background. I think it's Tyler Watermelon shuffling about as they're trying to gather everything up, as their field is really tightly packed together. We go to the blimp camera. Let me show you this one here. They're all right here. Everybody's in it now because everybody knows the pay window is getting open pretty quick. Lap 93. We're coming up in the final 25 laps of this race. You got to be up here near the front of this field to have a shot at winning it.
Dylan Tibbetts takes it 3 wide on the 55. He has the 15 of Hunter Manley behind him. He's going to end up pushing the 33 here. Let's see if they have a run a little bit. They're making the third lane work. Someone else jumps up top there to make that third lane work a little bit more.
It's Kenny Reel in the 11 car, the Stage 2 winner. He's trying to find his way back to the front. Just ahead of him there on the inside, in the middle lane, it's Harold Tucker in the 79. And right behind him, it's Matthew Bramble once again, finding himself in the top 10.
Third lane just stalled out. Didn't have the proper help and proper pushes that they were looking for, unfortunately. So they're going to fade back. Going to have to regenerate that maybe and try again another lap. But it just goes to show you, you make one mistake on one lap and it could cost you the whole field. 25 out the outside lane, cut in front of that 11. 11's going to get behind him, push him.
Oh, they're squirreling on the bottom lane in the background. I think that might have been Szymanski in the 47.
The 47 slid up into the 89. It got really tight there for a second. Really tight.
These are getting really racy here up near the front of this field. 3 wide run is coming.
See a 43 car making moves in the back. He's going to put it in the middle.
And now bouncing around. Right now has 3 lanes left in the van. Oh! Malichar drifted up for a second. They kind of stacked up the inside lane and the top side. And now the bottom lane really starting to prevail. Person jumps to the middle lane. Walton dives in behind him. Bramble now leaves the top side once again. We're at a point now where the blimp camera is what we need to show the action on the racetrack because it's getting dicey all over the place.
35 is pushing the heck out of the 77. He pushed him loose, just barely cleared on that bottom lane there.
24 laps of racing left.
That's still about 20 minutes of racing, too, with the way these laps will go around here. So we still have a little bit to go, but the way these guys are racing, you'd think it's 5 to go. This is great. Some of the guys that have been laying back all race in the back of the field, we're starting to see them now creep their way up very slowly. I'm talking specifically about the air lane teammates of Andrew Lotes and Corbin Hines. Haven't seen them all race. They've been laying back, way in the back of the, maybe even the second pack if it was formed, just waiting patiently. And here they are. They're trying to make some moves. They're thinking about making moves, and they're slowly working their way toward the chaos. So they both have their faster pairs still because they've been clean racing all race. And we got a wreck!
Oh, Tim Lynn's around! I think it's Ben Lindley spinning in the apron as well. Caution is going to fly. We'll re-rack him and restack him and do another restart with under 20 laps to go in this race. Take a look back on your beer and replay. Show you what happened here. Checking up on the inside lane. Lynn slides down. Lindley hits him and then again tags him. Up the track he goes. Lindley just a simple spin on the apron. Nobody hits him. Somehow, some way, everybody misses the 89 car. Quick, simple caution, but it puts us pacing, and it gets us another restart here late in the going.
Yeah, I'm investigating this wreck just a little bit more, and Tim Lynn in the 97 car, actually, there's a huge checkup on the inside lane right in front of him, and I'm wondering if he thought it was a wreck, because you see his car, he cranks it to the left, to what looks like he's about to avoid a wreck, and it accepts the car, he gets bouncing back up the track into the 89. 89 doesn't see it coming, and they both go for a spin. I think the car with the most damage there is going to be actually that 97 with the right side, possibly some wheel damage. But just a racing incident, misinterpretation of a wreck, and causes the two to go around for a quick spin, put us under yellow here. Well, 21 laps to go here. We know everyone's good on fuel for sure, and we know that these guys can handle 3 wide, absolutely. I want to draw your attention really quickly to the car that's in 4th place right now. After wrecking on lap 3 of the race, Harry Limerick has made himself slowly but surely back up to the front of this pack when it matters most. So let's see, watching that 43 car, make some good, smart decisions here and hopefully finish this race.
Yeah, he's back up here in the mix, but it's still a top 3 run by Person, Wright, and Melichar. So we're getting ready to restart. It'll be 19 laps of racing left when we go back green. Pace car is off. Here we go. 19 laps to settle it here at Daytona. Green flag will fly. Person gets us back to green.
Inside lane didn't get that good of a start. You see the top four now. But here comes that top lane again.
And look who's third in the outside lane. The 11 of Kenny Reel. Slid to the grass earlier in this race. He's back up in it. And now they'll all slide to the inside lane. Bramble gets clear in fourth. So he'll be part of this of this train. And now Trickley jumping to the outside lane, trying to push back forward.
What a move by Bramble. He was barely clear, but he made it work. And barely clear is clear enough. Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, no. There they go. Stanton. Tucker's in it. Watermolen. Tibbetts is in it. Hadaway's there. Whitehead gets in it as well. We'll have another restart.
Cautions breed cautions.
Starts up ahead. Harold Tucker the third. Even Tim Smart. See, Smart kind of folds up there, fixes contact at 79. They try to save it, and around goes 79. Matt Morrison is in there as well. So is Stephen Thornton. Everybody just kind of filtering through, trying to get by it.
Andrew Lotes. Wow. If you want to watch someone who was in that wreck but didn't get any damage from it, watch the 31 of Andrew Lotes.
How about an on board? Another driver who made it through down in the grass. Ryan C. Smith, right on board with him. He has a little more turbulent run to missing this accident. Woo-hoo-hoo! Airtime for the number 55, but he gets through it unscathed. Right now scored in 19th place.
What do you say we get the number one of Tim Smart in here? See what's on his mind.
Let's dial him up.
It's baby. 30 seconds.
Tim Smart, is the boys up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, buddy. What's happening?
Tim Smart, what's on your mind?
Oh, man. Just guy should hold his line, right?
Tell us what you saw. Tell us what you saw, what happened, and are you badly damaged at all? Are you able to get away with cleaning it up and no fast repair? Do you still have a fast repair?
Still have a fast repair, getting it cleaned up. As far as what I saw, you know, he floated it up there, left a big hole with the line, and, you know, you got to take the holes when you can get them. And he just pulled it down and threw an awful block.
Well, copy that. Glad to see that you're somewhat okay and you're still in contention for this $200 here. As the race winds down, what is your mindset right now? What is going through your head, and maybe that you might want to communicate to your teammates to help you maybe get back up front to contend for this race win?
Yeah, you know, a little different than the ODB style, kind of keeping it clean and being safe. We got to try to get lined up and push the line somewhere and take holes where we can get them.
Absolutely. Well, Tim, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Glad to see you're okay. Good luck out there, and nice looking car. Hopefully we see it in victory lane, bud.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
That was Tim Smart.
So when we line up, double file, getting ready to restart here, it'll be 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go, presented by 72 Diecast on VRN here. 72diecast.com. Pre-orders opening up for new Lionel Diecast, as well as the eBay page with all your used and pre-owned diecast needs. So if you got a little bit of everything over there, give them a shout. Go to the website, 72diecast.com. Pre-order today, purchase on eBay. Mark Perston, our Stage 1 winner, leads the inside lane. Justin Melachar, he's up there in the top in second place. Third place is our Stage 2 winner, Mr. Kenny Reel. And Corey Wright is in fourth. These four have been the dominant quad tonight. They're looking to see if they can finish it off in these last 14 laps of action. Harry Lindmark has bounced back to fifth. He's back in it at the end of this thing. $200 is on the line, and he's right there in contention. Sean Walton on his outside in the 35 car.
Coming to 14 laps to go.
And we are getting into go time. Pace car dives off. Person, Melachar are going to lead this field to the restart zone, lead us back to green. 14 laps of action left here at Daytona.
Terrible restart on the outside lane by Melachar. I think that might have been on purpose, though, because he had his teammates right up. That might have been on purpose, to be completely honest with you.
That was entirely by design to get him up there, but that run led the inside lane. Harry Lindmark, a huge head of momentum on the bottom lane, trying to get to the race lead. He's got help from Glidewell, from Cruz, and from Phillips on the bottom.
Yeah, he doesn't have the help from Glidewell yet. It's going to come too late here, because there goes that top lane, because they are already linked up. And hell, the 35 may even clear Harry into the corner here.
He does. Bramble in the outside lane there. They all pull down to the bottom lane now. Walton Johnson in fifth, but they're all chasing this top four. It feels like shades of Talladega in the fall of 2018. Stuart Haas Racing 1 through 4. It was all four of their cars dominating the field. A late race restart and fuel mileage shook the race up. We're not going to have fuel mileage here, but if we do get a late race restart, it could make things a little more hairy trying to get things done. But with 13 laps to go, there's still a lot of racing left to run.
Yeah, speaking of Harry, he got the worst end of that deal there. Didn't get back too far, but for someone who was contending for the lead just a lap ago, he's now back in the 6th place position here with nowhere to go, because no one's going to help him on the outside here anytime soon. He's just going to have to ride for right now.
Not yet making a move, I would say, but keep your eyes on him just in case. Corbin Hines has jumped to the outside lane with Hunter Manley and Michael Williams in tow. That's back in 19th place. They're trying to form a third line up here in the background. If they can get a third line going, they could have a chance to get some momentum swing in their favor to getting towards the front of this field. But as it sits right now, they've not really gotten far forward. They're kind of just stuck where they're at.
Yeah, a couple cars getting squirrely there in the second and middle lane, just ahead of that 91. They were able to gather it up, but that's going to check up the field a lot, and you can see the 91 is just going even further back from where he started. And these decisions to pull out by yourself, that bold, and they can work, but you need them to work, and right now they're not.
Coming around this time by, we hit the stripe, 11 laps to go. You see the inside line all the way back to 9th place before you have side-by-side racing with Lotes. Now Lotes getting by Bramble. Lotes going to take the run to the outside lane in the 31 car, making some big headway on the top side by himself, but of course he can get so far up and then he'll start to free fall back. But you see, Harry jumps up too.
Yeah, his teammate jumps up in front of him, give him some draft. The number 20 car is going to push him. Now they're going to bump and they're going to check up the field big time here in the outside lane. And all that progress is just going to stall out, as you see. But now they're going to gather it back together and get bumper to bumper to bumper here. And as long as they're able to side draft at the corners and kind of open up the corner or open up the corner exit and get away from them in the straightaways, they can get to the front.
10 laps to go.
He's thinking about it. It would come to 10 laps to go. Sorry about that, but he's thinking about it. And
Walton thinks about it. Cruz acts on it. Cruz jumps to the outside lane now, trying to make a charge here for some more spots. Into Sean Walton. Now Walton to the top side by side now with 4th place Corey Wright.
Now the 43 and 31 are going to have a huge head of steam. They're going to have to decide to push or jump out of line. They're going to push. So again, that's going to check up the inside line. And they're wrecking back there big. Michael Williams is involved. Greg Whitehead is involved. 68 Tyler Waterman is involved, and we are under yellow.
And just like that, this race has gotten more frantic with this next restart looming, which will be maybe 6 laps to go when we go back green. But another accident puts us under the caution flag. Take a look at your BRN replay and see how it all transpired. It's like just moves gone bad. Whitehead into Manley into Waterbowen. Tinlin gets tagged. Michael Williams going around. And into the grass he goes. So it kind of starts. The 3 car comes down, hits Manley, who then goes into Waterbowen back up the track. Whitehead into the wall. Waterbowen in the wall as well. Just a disaster there for these cars out back, but nothing too hectic or crazy. Everybody's still able to roll, but that's going to lead us to a late race restart here. Simon, late race restarts at another other track. It's kind of frantic, but it kind of settles itself down pretty quick. But Daytona is a whole other story.
Yeah, late race restart at any other track that isn't a super speedway, except we won't say the road courses, but let's call it 1.5 and maybe a couple shorter tracks. It all depends on strategy, right? Did the guys take tires that are around you? Did they not? Are the guys around you about to spin on this restart and take the whole field out? Or are you gonna soar past them in victory, or are you about to get involved in a wreck? So a little bit more thinking and strategy, I feel like, to going on and with these late race and intermediate tracks. Super speedway, just as much strategy, but a lot more of a different strategy. We saw Justin. I'm not gonna say his last name. I'm gonna butcher it again. But that last restart, when I thought Justin had absolutely botched the restart and messed it up, that was a planned restart delay on his behalf to allow his teammates to instantly jump up in front of him. And they were able to connect and just absolutely freight train the field going down the back straightaway and put themselves 1, 2, 3, 4 yet again here dominating this race. So look for that kind of strategy with teammates. So up in the front, look for that to happen again for sure. Look for the air lane guys. I think they're kind of around each other, maybe to work together here. But you also got roadblocks too.
It's going to be a fight to get through here. So should be a restart with 6 laps to go.
Are we done wrecking yet?
I'd like to say yes so I can go to sleep because I got work tomorrow morning, but I don't think we are. So we get double file. So here we go. 6 laps to go when we go back green. Mark Person, Kenny Reel, the front row. They won both stages. They're looking to see if they can bump that payday from just $30 to a nice swift $200. It all comes down to this. 6 laps ahead for these drivers in the top 10. It's Person, Reel. Melichar then Wright, then it's Gordon Glidewell, Sean Walton, Mark Phillips, Dane Cruz, Harry Lindmark, and 10th place right now, it is the 55, Brian Smith, up in the mix. Pace car is off. Field coming to the restart zone. They're going to take the green flag. 6 laps to go. Again, another delayed start by the outside lane, but the 84 did not get a good launch.
Yeah, the 84 is kind of in no man's land, and you know that that third car in the outside line is going to be pushing the crap out of this guy, so that to not let him get in line maybe. But actually, now I'm looking at it, yeah, they're all teammates still.
That's
And
4th
down
place
they go.
in line. 4th place in line was doing all the shoving. That was Sean Walton. That shuffle up, that stack up. Here comes the 35 on the top side with help from the cruise missile. Dane Cruz is here. Oh, wrecking in the back. Caution!
That should bring out a yellow. It should.
Not
It should,
yet.
but it's not.
Not yet. Shane O'Neill, Tim Miller. Caution is out.
I unfortunately saw that coming a mile away because that bottom lane was checking up and they were just playing dominoes.
They had saved that so quickly. They got it gathered up. The caution flag will fly. We're going to restart again here. Into overtime we go in this race. Man, they literally had just finished saving it just about. Take a look at the VRN replay, and you'll see right here. Bramble, Miller make contact. Miller and I believe O'Neill were up near the outside wall, and everybody else, like I said, we can't point it straight, but caution comes out nonetheless.
31 Andrew Loach squeaked out of that barely as well. And I kind of want to talk to him if that's okay with you, because this is 2 wrecks now. He's been in the middle of it, but he's gotten out decent.
And we can dial up.
Andrew Loach, the boys over the booth, you got a copy.
Got a copy.
All right, talk to us. Do you need new pants?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's the second
got any
wreck.
for me?
That's the second wreck in a row that we've seen. Maybe not in a row, but at least recently, where you have been involved in, yet very little to no contact was made and almost no damage virtually to your race car. It looks clean right now.
Okay.
Talk to us.
It says I have right side damage, but I figure I'm just gonna run it.
I would say run it, sir, because from the blimp and the spotter stand, it looks pretty damn clean from here. But what based on the position or here you are in the race, where the other teammates are, what do you have to do to get up front? Or is the strategy now to just wait and let the big one happen?
Well, you can't wait now. The good thing is I think it's going to be in the outside line. You got to be in it. And looks like I'm going to line up out there this time, but I'm kind of far back, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we've been watching this race the whole time, and the top 4 cars most of the race have been the midnight guys taking dominance of this whole race. What does it have to take to get around?
If it wasn't for the last 2 incidents I was in, me and Harry would be up there with them. It was time to go. I had no problem getting up there. But just be keeping involved in incidents, man.
Gotcha. Well, car looks pretty clean considering what you've almost been in. I say send it. I mean, we're coming to a green-white checkered here. It's going to be, don't know how many of those you get, but good luck out there to you and your teammates. And
right.
We hope to talk to you here at Victory Lane.
All right, thanks, buddy.
So I'll kick him back to where he belongs, just down here in Arrow Lane. We'll restart with 2 to go.
Three attempts at this green-white checkered.
Now we get double file. So, we've got overtime here at Daytona, and it shouldn't come as a surprise to hear that phrase. But as they come around here through turns 1 and 2 for the final time, under caution, hopefully, what should be the last restart of this race, what could be, what hopefully is the last restart of this one here. Simon, I haven't asked you all night. I'm going to ask you right now, who is your pick to win this race out of this crop of drivers that's still left?
As much as I want to go with a teammate, they're just too far back right now. We need a miracle. So give me the 35 of Sean Walton. He's been showing some great speed as of recently, really the whole race, but definitely recently. He's been making some good moves to get himself in the position. He's got the race car. He's got the mentality right now. Give me that 35 Coca-Cola machine.
I like that pick. Sean Walton is a really good pick, but I'm feeling something. Feeling an upset. I'm feeling somebody getting this win that maybe we're not talking about. We haven't talked about a lot tonight. 11th place. Mark Szymanski, he's up there. I think he gets done. I think he gets a chance. I think they're going to have some wrecks. They're going to have some chaos in these last laps. And that 47 is going to pull through victorious. We'll see how it all shakes out. It is overtime. Or unofficial overtime, actually. Just a regular restart to get to lap 120. So this is an unofficial green-white checkered. Mark Person, Kenny Reel, the stage winners, lead this field to 2 laps to go. Walton's not going to give him a chance to play teammate restart games. He pushes the 77 out in front.
Absolutely
not. Oh, Rocky in the back!
One car, you coming back up the field.
Caution's out! Whitehead takes evasive action. He'll slide, 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 and miss the wall. And now we'll go to overtime. Glidewell got turned on the stack up during the restart. Take a look at the VRN replay and show you what happened to Glidewell. Glidewell was on the top side. So how he winds up in the grass here, just stacking up, stacking up, stacking up. Tagged by Szymanski, into the grass he goes. But then back up the racetrack and everybody taking evasive action. Whitehead, see the 3-car slides and makes a power slide down to the apron. He's able to miss it. All good. But now we go to overtime for realsies this time.
What did you have for dinner tonight?
I had a chicken casserole. I had it was some chicken, some potatoes, some asparagus was in there. I think there was some, and it was like in a cheese kind of sauce. It's really good. Really good. I had a croissant with it too.
Yeah, that honestly sounds really good. I had a, oh my gosh, what did I have? Ham steak, ham steak, I think is what it was. What the heck's called? And some Mexican rice and green beans. So, ate good tonight. Definitely feeling full, and had a Girl Scout cookie for dessert.
There you go.
These pace laps are so long here.
Yeah, it's what sucks about Daytona is these pace laps are so long. They take forever. So we're doubled up though now. We are 2 by 2. We are coming to the restart. The first attempt at overtime. With this start coming up here, it is still person real, the front row. Walton is third. Corey Wright is in fourth. And I gotta wonder, do you think the teammate restart games have to end here if one of them wants to win this race?
Oh, I don't think the 35 is going to let it happen, like you said. I think that it's every man for himself at this point. I mean, sure, we still have teammates, and sure, if it goes green, you're gonna have 2 laps or at least 1.5 before you maybe make a move. But where do you draw the line when you got people that are not on your team, like that 35 who's been really aggressive on these restarts, and the 70 who's such an aggressive pusher, but it's been working out, or that 43 that's up there again. Like, these guys aren't going to let these guys play around as much anymore once we're up here battling for a win with 2 laps to go. And that just comes from experience too, of being on that teammate side of it. We get separated at the end, we get pushed away from each other. It happens. So I mean, at this point you kind of just got to go for it. But right now Sean just needs to really focus on not letting these guys play the restart games as teammates, and just get on that bumper. And the 70 needs to time the restart perfectly too. But we're all going to see what happens here, because we're coming.
Coming towards the tri-oval. It's overtime, attempt number 1 here at Daytona. $200 in wait for the winner of this race. The green flag flies. Person gets us back to green.
Not the best restart from Sean, unfortunately, and all those teammates are locked in on the top lane again, so we'll see what happens here.
Walton did not get going. Now it's a matter of who can get things squared away, who can get themselves in a position to win this race.
That top lane is ripping right now, and people know it. Here comes the 43.
He jumps to the outside. Contact made! Into the wall with contact from Melachar. Still rolling on the top, though. Do they have enough time? Coming around, the white flag is going to be displayed. One more lap for Mark Person. They're wrecking in the back. Loach gets turned. Tucker's around. They're still wrecking big behind. And the top 5 breaking away from the pack. They're 4 wide for a second. Now they're wrecking in the background as well.
They have not left each other's bumper.
Who's going to walk away? $200 heavier in the pocket. Coming through 3 and 4 for the final time. Person is in the lead. They're going to have to make the move. Does Real make it? No, he doesn't. Melachar tries. He almost gets turned. Real tries in the last second, but it's too late. Mark Person wins the SRL 300. He gets turned there by Corbin Hines. I hate to say this, but I really don't know what they were doing. I guess they were fine letting Mark win it. They let him go all the way to the tri-oval before attempting to make a move. Kenny Real went out, and he just pulled out too late. Mark Person is your race winner here at Daytona. He wins the SRL Daytona 300.
Mark won stage 1. Kenny won stage 2. They both finished 1-2. I mean, you want to talk about dominance. There it is.
There was so much that happened there at the end of this one, but it was right here. Coming to the tri-oval, Real just waited too long. If he'd have pulled out maybe the exit at turn 4, he might have had a chance at it better, but see, not able to get enough of a run. But the dominant team of the day, they're still able to walk away with the checkered flag, with the race win. Mark Person is your winner here at Daytona. Don't know. Are any of these drivers in here?
Unfortunately, they are not. They're in their own little dungeon.
All right, well, I guess I'll interview with the winners. All right. Well, we'll take a look at the finishing results from tonight's race. As the 77 burns it down on the front straightaway. Mark Person is your winner after winning the stage. He goes away with $230 total. Kenny Reel in second. Corey Wright comes home third. Justin Milichar, top four, 1 through 4. They dominated this race tonight. Harry Limwark, the first of our regulars here in Silver Racing League, finishing fifth. Ben Lindley was able to get sixth. How about that for the 89? Corbin Hines in seventh. Hunter Manley in eighth. Ryan Bogey comes home ninth. And Michael Williams running out the top 10. We'll click through the rest of our finishing results here. You see some of our notable names there. The rest of our field, a lot of cars wrecked out there in that last lap. Took them out of contention. Well, Simon, I don't think we're getting a hold of any of our top three finishers, so I'll just ask you here, what was your thoughts on the end of that race?
I mean, dominance is the word, right? And I feel like there is teamwork. That's the word to describe the end of that race. Those four, they're teammates. They do this money racing stuff all the time, and they randomly hopped over to this league to try it out, and it worked out for them. I mean, they were glued bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper for all 120 laps. I feel like the only time that they were not is when they were forced apart from each other. And even then, they finished P1 in stage one, P1 in stage two, and they've won the race. And they all finished 1, 2, 3, 4, by the way. So, I mean, you got all these guys working really hard together and all that stuff. So, congrats to them, but a little bit of a boring ending for the top of them. But hey, I ain't blaming them because if I was in those teammates' positions and that was all airline up there, probably do the same thing.
Absolutely. Well, we got our. We'll get a hold of our winner. It looks like he's joined in, so we'll get a hold of our race winner here tonight. We'll yank him in here and talk to him real quick. Hey, Mark Person, it's Dawson out in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
Alrighty, well, it came down to it that last restart. You had control of the race, and you come away with the victory with a nice hefty pocket to boot. What was that race like for you behind the wheel of the 77 car?
Oh, it was fun. I found about it last minute. Just came out to enjoy myself and had a good run on the restart. I just tried to go and ride that middle line, take it as long as I could, and they kind of started wrecking behind me. Yeah, just trying to keep it up there.
Well, you kept them behind you there at the end. What is it like for you to come away with a win here at Daytona, getting the win and getting the big payday at the end of it?
Oh, it feels good. It was a pretty fun race, pretty clean. I really enjoyed myself, and I appreciate T-Bone for inviting me out here.
Alrighty, it's a race win for you and the big payday. Teammate sponsor shoutouts. What got you to victory lane tonight, Mark?
Uh, yeah, I just want to thank the guys I was working with this race first, Kenny, Gordon, Corey, and Justin. I just want to thank my sponsors, DRSM Broadcasting, That Towing Company, Smooth Rider, uh, PGR Esports. I want to thank you guys for doing the broadcasting and Sofa for having us out here. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, it was your race winner tonight. Congrats on the win, Mark. You take home $230 with the stage win and the payout at the finish there. Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead. I hate to call it on these guys, but I need to get to work tomorrow morning. I need sleep. So we are gonna call this. So that is it from us here tonight at Daytona. I want to thank you as always to everybody who came out and raced. Thank you to everybody who came out and watched. And thank you, Simon, for joining me in the booth tonight. It's a pleasure having you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun calling the race with you for sure.
So we will end tonight's race It was a hectic one. It was a chaotic one. But in the end, when the dust settled, it was Mark Person, the stage win and the race win. He takes the checkered flag and he wins here at Daytona. Monday night, it is the Fast Track Cup Series. They'll be racing at Phoenix. And then we have on Wednesday, it is the NASCAR Cessna Cup Series finale from Kentucky Speedway. Hope to see you there for those. You don't want to miss any of the action coming up here on BRN in the coming weeks. I want to thank you as always for watching. Thanks so long, and have a great rest of your night.